Well, down at the training ground with manager Johnnie Jackson. Johnnie, of course, we played Ipswich in the FA Cup earlier this year, but there's been a lot of changes to both squads since then. They brought in the likes of Calvin Phillips, of course, who hasn't played for them yet, but Sammy Smodic's very useful addition for them.
Yeah, I mean, Sammy Smodic's, Calvin Phillips, Jack Clark that they signed recently. I could go on. You know, there's a whole list of quality that they've added to their ranks. Obviously, since their promotion to the Premier League, that's obviously given them extra impetus to go out and really build a squad. So it's difficult to sort of second guess who's going to play, who's going to turn up. But what we know is that obviously any 11 that Kieran decides to pick is going to be packed full of quality, and it's going to be a difficult evening for us, regardless of who plays. But brilliant challenge for my lads.
And understandably, of course, there's going to be a lot of focus on Al-Hamadi, his pace, his quality. We know all about that, but no doubt they've already added to his skill set having been there.
Yeah. Ali's come on in both league games so far, so you would expect him to feature, and obviously personally for us it'll be good to see him, but it'll be the opposition tomorrow, and we won't dwell on that. It'll be great to see that he's gone on and made a Premier League debut and touch base with him after that. I know how much he that was part of his dream to go and play in the Premier League, so he's managed to do that. But yeah, hopefully if he does play, we can snuff him out. We know about his threats, of course, so and he poses a lot, but he'll just be one of many that we have to keep quiet if we're going to try and get anything out of this game at all.
But focusing on us though, of course, we spoke about Joe Pigott on Saturday after the win at Cheltenham. I mean, he could potentially have a say in this tie given the opportunity.
Yeah, obviously a former club of his, so Joe will be wanting to do well against them. But it's a great challenge for all my boys, to come up against this sort of quality. We saw it a little bit in pre-season with the Brentford game, just the level of opponent and how disciplined you have to be if you want to get anything out of that. And in that game, we done a lot of things really well, and scored a couple of good goals. And caused them a few problems, but obviously didn't get the win that we wanted in that game. So we've learned a few lessons from that about how ruthless the opposition can be if you don't get it right, and that will be the case on Wednesday. But yeah, we'll be attacking that game. We want to take the game to them. We obviously want to try and cause an upset, and I know that this is a challenge that my boys are relishing.
Tell me about your thought process for picking a team for this one, because as a squad we've won the last two. Alright, okay, we're going to it as underdogs for this one, but you want to keep up that momentum and at the very least give a good account of ourselves.
Yeah, of course, yeah, we want to pick a team that's capable of winning the game. But like I keep talking about the squad, I think I can put any number of 11s out there and I would expect them to be capable of winning a football match. Obviously Wednesday is a bit different because of the type of opposition that you're coming up against. We know that the best Ipswich probably beats the best us on most occasions, but football don't always work like that. So that's what we have to hope for, that we have to turn up at our best regardless of what 11 I pick. Hope they have an off night and cause the upset that way. But I'm really pleased with the squad. I've loved the fact that we've had so many games at the start of the season, because in different competitions it's allowed me to really rotate. Everyone's getting their minutes, everyone's getting their opportunities, and everyone's stepping up to the plate. Obviously we made a few changes on Saturday to that team, and the boys who come in done great. And looking further back at the Wycombe game, boys came into that and done great. So it really is giving me food for thought around the 11, and that will be interchangeable throughout the season, depending on who we're playing, who's in form, what's coming up next. Obviously we've got a quick turnaround after this game, with it being a Wednesday night. Fleetwood at home will be coming around quick after this as well, so we have to be mindful of that too when picking a team. But yeah, anyone that I send out there, it will be with the remit that we want to go and win the game.
But as with regards to tomorrow night, this is where your man management skills really come into, because every single one of those players will want to be involved in that tie, but some won't. Well,
of course, yeah, but it's not just they all want to play against Ipswich, they all want to play against Cheltenham, and so on, and they'll all want to play against Fleetwood. So obviously that's my job, like you say, managing the squad, picking a team, and an 18 tomorrow. It'll be a 20 with a 9 subs that we think's capable of doing the job, and then the focus will turn to Fleetwood. But yeah, we've got a big squad. We've got a lot of players to choose from. We can only pick 11. Like I said to you on Saturday after the game, there's a couple of lads down there with us and at Cheltenham that didn't even make the bench, and that's difficult for them, and it's difficult to manage that situation. But that's where we wanted the squad to be, where there's huge competition for places, and where we do get injuries and suspensions and things like that, which will never become. That we've got a squad that's able to withstand that and cope with the rigours of hopefully what's a 55-60 game season. So no complaints from me about having to pick an 11. It's a difficult 11. I said that to the boys on Saturday. It was a hard team to pick. We managed to get that one right, and hopefully we can get it right again tomorrow night.
But apart from Sass and the hero of last year, of course, Ryan McLean, no further injury concerns?
No, everyone come through Saturday. Cheltenham really well. So he come back in Monday with a bounce in their step, because winning does that to the mood in the camp, on the back of a really good win in the week as well against Wycombe. So yeah, squad's in a good place. Everyone wants to play in this game, of course they do, and everyone's making a case to. But yeah, we'll see what 11 we go with and what squad, but really looking forward to the challenge. The
draw will be, of course, after the tie on Wednesday night. All the big clubs from Europe will come into it as well. It won't be regionalised, but we cannot take our eye off this tie.
No, I mean, we're not looking any further forward, and after this tie I'll be thinking about Fleetwood, not about what comes next in the Cup. So we recognise the challenge that we've got ahead of us. It's brilliant though for my players to test themselves against the type of quality that they're going to come up against, and football being football, you don't know what's going to happen. Like I say, if we've got to turn up at our absolute best to get anything. But if we do that and Ipswich come off of it, then we'll give them a competitive game. I'm pretty sure of that they won't have an easy night. You only got to look at the FA Cup tie last season, where we give them a really good game. We was in that game for a long time. We went down to 10 men and just conceded the third goal late, but we was really competitive in that game, and that gives us a lot of confidence and just shows that when we're on it and we turn up, that we can be a match for a lot of teams.
And that's something I guess you both know about each other as well, you and Kieran McKenna from your Tottenham days.
That's right, yeah, we was both apprentices together at Spurs. He was a couple of year or two below me, Kieran a good more, maybe a bit more than that. A few years below me. Obviously he went on a different trajectory with his career, started coaching really young and got into Spurs Academy and obviously gone on to United from there, and done absolutely brilliant in his short time so far at Ipswich, getting the back-to-back promotions. So obviously he's an exciting young coach, manager that's doing great things, and he's a good lad as well. So it'd be nice to catch up with him and hopefully try and get one over him this time.
Absolutely, and of course you mentioned the Fleetwood game there. Any business that you'd like to get done long before Friday night, hopefully.
Well, yeah, you would, but like I've said to you before, these things, they tend to go late, they tend to drag on if we're going to do anything. You'd like to get all your business done early, but the nature of the window is that things always sort of can fall into place quite late. So we'll play the game tomorrow night, and then obviously Thursday, Friday, when the window shuts, myself, Craig, Terry and the guys will be working. We'll be on call if we need to work on anything. Just making sure that we're ready to move if we feel that there's something worth doing.
Brilliant. Good luck, Johnny.
Cheers.